Hey guys, Coach Erin here, and I want to talk to you guys about the benefits of using wetsuits when racing triathlons. So the first thing to talk about is why wetsuit helps when we're doing triathlons. So wetsuits are used primarily when the water is cold because they help keep you warm, as the wetsuit material keeps an extra layer between your skin and the water, and you let water into the wetsuit and then your body warms up that water and it stays inside and keeps you warm and keeps you protected from the cold water. So that's the first reason people started using wetsuits in triathlons, was to protect us from the cold water. Next, an added benefit to using wetsuits is they help you be faster in the water because they make you more hydrodynamic, meaning they reduce drag, and they also help you to stay more buoyant in the water. So that keeps your hip position up a little bit higher and helps you kind of glide along the surface a little bit more easily. Both of these things help you be a more efficient swimmer, which saves energy in the long run during the course of the triathlon. So, now that we know why we want to use a wetsuit, there's a couple things to think about when choosing a wetsuit to use and actually utilizing that wetsuit in a race. So first and foremost, you want to make sure you buy a wetsuit that fits you. The best way to ensure this is to not only just look at sizing charts, but actually try them on and make sure they're going to be appropriate for you. So different brands are going to fit in different ways. Even within certain brands, they might have a small tall version or a small short version of a wetsuit that might fit me a little bit differently than they would fit Coach Ryan, for example, who's a little bit taller. So once you ensure that the wetsuit's going to fit you properly, you need to actually learn how to put the wetsuit on. So all too often people put the wetsuit on a little bit in a way that's not great, and they're going to have restricted range of motion while they're wearing that wetsuit. And although it might theoretically fit them well, it might be causing more harm than good during the race. So some things I like to do to make sure I get my wetsuit on properly. The first thing is I put plastic bags on my feet so my feet can slide through the wetsuit easily, and I can actually get it up high enough on my legs. So once I've made sure that the wetsuit pants are on like a real pair of pants all the way up and snug, I get my wetsuit arms on, and sometimes I'll use a friend to help me here by putting my arm on their shoulder, and then your friend can kind of tug your wetsuit along your arm, because we really want to make sure we have a lot of space in our shoulders. So if the arm is not up high enough, it's going to be stretched out, and it's going to be hard for you to bring your arm above your head, which is not ideal when we're swimming. So make sure you get those arms hiked up and you're feeling nice and flexible up there. Next, you want to make sure you pull your zipper up all the way and you've Velcroed the back of the wetsuit on cleanly so that there's not any Velcro exposed, because over time that can wear down your skin, or if you're a female, it could catch some hairs in the back of your neck and become really uncomfortable there. This is something I really have to be careful about because my particular wetsuit will snag there. Some things that people can do around their neckline to make sure that they're comfortable too is put Vaseline or Body Glide, things like that are going to keep everything nice and smooth and from rubbing raw around your neck, which can be very annoying during a race. This might go without saying, but there are a couple of things to be sure about before you put as you put your wetsuit on. First thing is you want to make sure the zipper's on the back side of your body. And also you want to make sure you're not putting the wetsuit on inside out. This is a costly mistake because you might not realize it right away, but you've expended a lot of energy by the time you've gotten your wetsuit on inside out, had to take it off and then put it back on right side out. Finally, this might be more applicable for women, but just in general, you want to make sure that you're not kind of gouging into your wetsuit with your nails, because this will rip the material of the wetsuit and reduce the lifespan of your wetsuit. So I make sure I cut my nails race morning and make sure there's no sharp edges going on there, and just kind of use the pads of your fingertips instead of kind of digging in with your nails. As far as temperature goes and when you should or shouldn't wear your wetsuit, it will be pretty obvious race morning because most people will be announcing it and talking about it. But if the water temperature is below 78 degrees, you're good to wear a wetsuit. If it's between the temperatures of 78 and 84 degrees, you can wear your wetsuit, but you will not be eligible for prizes or age group awards. And then finally, if the temperature is over 84 degrees, you cannot wear a wetsuit. Now, if it's me going into a race, if it is wetsuit legal, I will be wearing my wetsuit because it's faster. Some people will make a decision based on if it's a sprint triathlon and if the time that they would save during the swim with the wetsuit on kind of outweighs that transition time of getting the wetsuit off. If you're somebody that might not be able to wear their wetsuit because they think it's going to take too long to get their wetsuit off, to make the speed benefit worth it, I would suggest practicing your transition more to get that removal time off down to a low enough number to where it is worth it to wear your wetsuit, because it's going to save you energy as well as make you faster in the swim and put you in a better position as you exit. So if you're at a complete loss because you don't have a wetsuit and you don't know where to start, I have good news for you. You can come by our shop because we not only sell wetsuits, but we also rent them. So we sell Tier brand wetsuits, and you can pay a fee to rent our wetsuit and also try it on and get a coach to help you out there. And if you like the wetsuit, you can apply that rental fee towards the purchase of a new wetsuit once you're done. So feel free to come on by, ask us any questions that you have, and happy swimming.